Good morning, guys. What's going on? I wanted to give you an update on some of the things going on around here. Well, things that I have been trying to get finished. For one thing, I don't know why every time I'm talking to you guys from my home, there's a plane going over. It's weird. It's gotten out of hand, to be honest with you. It's a neat looking plane. Anyway, look, I finally got a couple things done. I wanted to update you as to some of the things that are happening, why I got this new welder, you know, just some different things. I'm never prepared for these videos. As the title says, I finally got the roof painted. I wanted to show you guys that, show you what I used to get that done. And let's see, I got a couple other things I want to show you, but that's the biggest thing, is the roof. All right, guys, I hope you're not afraid of heights. All right, this is what I used, is this iron armor truck bed coating from Harbor Freight. It just comes in a gallon can. It's really thick and just gooey. I don't know if you can see down in there, but it's really thick and gooey. You can see it on the roof here. Now, you're supposed to use a roller. I didn't have a roller. I could have got one there, but my intentions were to goop it on really heavy in certain areas, so I used a brush. And it worked out pretty good. I mean, this stuff is pretty thick. I actually was turned on to this stuff. I did a truck bed job where I redid a truck bed for a work truck for the guy at the pumps place, at the water pump place, and he requested this stuff, and he looked it up, and we found a store. It was at a local store. There's two of them in this area, and I went and got it and used it. Now, we used a roller on here, and we put down a layer, and then came back after it dried, put down another layer. It worked out really good in that job, so I want to try. And when you put it down with a roller, it leaves a good texture on it. Now, the key to this stuff, though, is when you go over it, when you do your area, say you're rolling it out, don't keep going over the same area. It dries very quickly, and it starts to be sticky, and it'll stick and start pulling up. So what you want to do is just basically go over that area, be done, move on down, and then just come back when it dries and go over it again. Go over it as many times as you have to, just don't keep going over it right away. And in this case, over there is where the leak was, is where the water holds the most. So I really just gunked it and caked it up in that area and did away with the leak. What caused me to do all this is I left it sitting here for a few months. I got in, there was a bunch of stuff that was rusted. I was like, how the hell? Because I had covered this thing. But you leave anything sitting in the rain and it's just going to eat right through it. So I went ahead and did this. I'm going to spring for another can pretty soon and do another coat, and then that way I don't have to do another coat for another 6 months to a year, and just keep coating it a little bit at a time to where it gets pretty thick, and then be done with it. So that's that. I just thought I'd let you know this stuff's pretty decent. $64 is what it cost me here. It's like tar. It's just basically tar, it feels like. Anyway, iron armor truck bed coating, 64 bucks, guys. You can't beat that. It's the cheapest too around, because I went with my wife to get it, and of course she was frugal McDougal, and she was standing there looking up stuff online. She was like, yeah, I guess this is the best deal. Yeah, that's why I shop at Harbor Freight, but you know what I mean? Yesterday was validation. Anyway, get yourself a can of that shit. Just anything you don't need rusted or rained on, go put it on your truck bed. It works. It works. Now, I don't know if you guys would really call that a review, but I've used the stuff twice now, and it's worked really good. I mean, it works for my purposes. If you're trying to keep rain out of something, and I'm thinking about this one project coming up. I've got to build basically a platform for a crane that's going to be loading up marble countertops. I've gotten 3 jobs from handing out one card to this guy. I'm working this weekend, I worked last week, and I work next weekend after that at his place. And one is building that platform for that crane. And I'm going to use this truck bed coating to coat that platform. So there's another idea. Because it's cheap enough, it's good enough, and doggone it, it'll work. And it'll work for long enough to where, you know what I mean, if you're putting this stuff on a truck bed, you probably got an old truck, I think it's going to work for you. So anyway, that's my review on that stuff. Oh, this stuff. Let me give you another product shot. This stuff. Iron armor. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. I've just used it. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. I've got a put this bag together. This is the reason why I actually was looking for a different welder, and I got that Lincoln 250 G9 Pro. It's still weird. It's still not on the tongue yet, rolling off the tongue yet. So we'll see about that. Anyway, I may call it something else, just something shorter. G9, just call it G9. G9 Pro. The G9 Pro. The Vulcan, let's talk about it. Man, it worked really good. I loved it. I use it on, the big horse place when I was doing melting the rebar. I was using this thing. I use this thing for a lot of stuff. And the knob, when I was doing the truck bed, just stopped turning. So I thought, well, I could take it apart, fix it. It's probably something plastic. But no, it's on the inner workings. So I'm going to show you the inside of it before I put it back together, and then I'm going to take it. I've got the little warranty thing, luckily. They don't sell these anymore. They don't make these anymore, I don't think. They don't have them at the stores, so I'm basically going to get my money back. Hey, let me show you the inside of this thing. All right, guys, so here's the inside. I've kind of taken it apart. There, if you can see that crank down there, going to that shaft, that's what's not catching inside here. I thought I could fix it, maybe something plastic. I took a lot of stuff apart, but it's inside the actual, let me turn this up. It's inside the actual transformer. So it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to just put it all back together. My cat's mad because we have them locked in. We're cleaning out the back porch where they usually hang out. So, and it's a screened in porch. So anyway, I gotta put this back together and go get my money back. That's the reason why. Let me darken this up a little bit. My face looks horrible. Oh shit, it still looks horrible. There's no hope. Anyway, that's the reason why I was looking for another welder. So now I have a 250 amp welder. That was 225. The other one's 100% duty cycle, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna get that going this week. And I'm gonna be on some bigger jobs coming up pretty soon. I got some people that told me once I get that fixed, it's on. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna use the money off of this to get some leads, and we're gonna go from there. All right, see you tomorrow, maybe even later on today.